Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're going to be talking about the Tier 10 Sheridan. To be fair, I got this tank and I really thought that it would be absolute trash because, after the fact that ATGMs were removed, I really didn't see the point in trying to get this tank on my main account. But after playing it for a few times, I can understand its appeal. It's not an OP tank by any means, but it's still a fun little machine. I like it much more than the T49, and to be fair, that's very unexpected because I thought the T49 would be an absolute crazy fun tank to play, but it turns out it was absolute trash because the gun was horrid. I mean, the heat would get stuck in tracks, spaced armor, etc., and the gun handling was horrible, that you couldn't really hit anything, even in close ranges. But the Sheridan fixes a lot of these problems. You have great mobility, you have a pretty decent gun in terms of gun handling because of the alpha on the tank, right? And on top of that, you have very good. You can see a lot. I mean, it's a light tank, so it's obviously logical that you're going to be outspotting other tanks, right? But the main two factors is the big alpha and the speed. Now, this is not my favorite playstyle, but it still has an appeal to me, if you know what I mean. The tank is playable, it's a good tank, but it's definitely not my cup of tea. But sometimes to take it out and to play it here and there, I think it is quite fun. Now, the playstyle is quite simple. You use your mobility, you come around, you slap someone very hard for 500 or 600 alpha, depending on RNG, and then you run away. And then you keep doing this, repeat. Basically, it's the TVP gameplay, but only you don't have to stand there with your drum. You just come out, slap them really hard once, and you run away. It's like that clown in class who comes around, he smacks you on your head, and he runs away. That's basically the Sheridan's gameplay, right? You run around, smack someone for 550, and then you run away. It's simple as that. I mean, I can see the appeal in it. I understand it's fun sometimes, especially because you can finish off a lot of tanks with a simple HE shot, which is very effective on light tanks as well, because sometimes mediums don't have that HE power to finish off, like a 50 HP tank or a 100 HP tank. And sometimes you might not be able to pen a tank in like an Object 140, for example, just because of RNG. But in this scenario, you can slap HE into someone and they're going to die. So obviously that's another big positive in my opinion. Overall, it's not the most, as I said, OP tank. It's not going to be out DPMing tanks. I think it's purely for fun, and when need be, this tank can be competitive and you can win games in it as well, because it does have a very strong side to it. But as I said, in a lot of 1v1 confrontations against mediums or lights, you are going to be losing in a lot of scenarios simply because your DPM is not that good, right? So if a medium comes up against you and you're both full HP, chances are you are going to die, 9 out of 10 times. Maybe in one of those cases, you might get a lucky HE into his side and then kill him. But in 1v1 scenarios, this tank is going to suck. And that's why it's more team dependent in my opinion. Now, one cool thing this tank does have is the fact that it does have a nice armor profile, especially against HE shells. So a leopard doesn't get that, for example. And you will get a few bounces here and there just because players don't necessarily know where the spaced armor is and where the actual armor is. So tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section below. And with that, Happy is out, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. Bye-bye.